Welcome back to Chrono Trigger. Long story short, it's been too long.
Way too long, but we gotta get this done, you know?
Dalton's been sitting in this room waiting for us to fight him for like a month and a half.
And he just runs away.
And he runs away and we gotta fight a golem instead. Because Dalton. Oh wait, 2 golems this time. My bad.
The Golem Twins.
This fight can suck.
I can't even remember this fight, that's just... I don't know. Oh, well...
The golems counterattack and only attack... Well, the golems counterattack with Iron Orb, which we've seen before. It drops your HP, it cuts your HP in half. It doesn't kill you, it just always cuts your HP in half depending on what you're at.
Right.
You can charm from them. I can't remember what they... yeah, you can charm magic tabs from them. And every time you attack them, they copy the type of attack you do. So if you use a physical attack on them, they have physical defense. If you use a magic defense, then they'll copy magic. Such Luminaire is lightning, so now they're immune to lightning. Basically, my suggestion for this is just, as long as you have 2 characters on your team that can spam a magic spell, you just keep casting 2 different spells over and over again, and you should never die. Problem is that Iron Orb attack can screw with you.
Not to mention they get it really close with Isla there.
That's mainly from the Iron Orb.
Yeah.
And the fact that Ayla has the lowest magic defense out of anyone in the game. But if you're fast enough and you keep casting spells over and over again, the golems never have a chance to actually counterattack because they keep changing their copycat ability.
Right.
But I'm not fast enough to do that. If it was a New Game Plus, I would be able to kill them in seconds, but unfortunately, this is a first playthrough.
Eh.
But yeah, so basically, if you have Luminaire, spam that, and whoever you're using as your secondary fighter, just use their strongest spell, and you shouldn't die. Keyword is shouldn't. It's still gonna take a while though.
Yeah, I figured as much.
If you have Marle on your team, you can make this go a little bit faster with haste, but with this playthrough, I'm realizing how useless haste really kind of is in this game.
Honestly, this fight does not come back to me at all. So, like, my mind, my mind right now drawing a blank against this. I'm just like, I really do not. I mean, I'm kind of remembering how the fight. Well, just by watching you fight, I get an idea of what should be done. But at the same time,
you just don't remember this. You just don't remember this part of the dungeon.
Yeah, it's like, this dungeon overall is just pretty forgettable, despite how important it is to the plot.
I think it's just because this particular point in the game feels a little bit slow. Because, like, hey, we've got this we have this kingdom of magic, and Zeal's a bitch, and we're trying to make her seem like the main villain, even though it's clearly, Lavos, but it's not. And then after you kill them, they do this. It's the same thing that Dalton did when you beat him. As long as you have over 100 HP, you're gonna survive that, and it's done.
Yep.
Easy boss fight is easy. Ooh, Fire Whirl. I really haven't been using Lucca enough on my team.
Golem boss.
Yeah. Yeah, no. No.
It's like,
Lavos says no.
Even Dalton's got a bad feeling about this.
Gotta throw in that Star Wars reference somewhere. God damn it.
Eh.
Now I gotta go through now I gotta go through the rest of this dungeon to find Dalton because he's a coward.
I think at this point we just gotta find Queen Zeal before... Well, she's already summoned Lavos, essentially. At least that's what
she's summoning Lavos with the Mammon machine, but if we can get to her before she summons a Lavos, maybe we can stop her.
Right.
Keyword is maybe. I mean, we've kind of seen that Lavos can destroy the planet. God, I am so glad that healings only costs 1 MP in this game. Ah, jeez. Now I'm trying to remember what else happens in this place.
Yeah, honestly, this whole thing just blank drawing mind. Why?
Oh, I remember why I'm going back. Because I use shelter and get all my magic back. And then I realized I could have just done that in the first place and not wasted my magic in the first place.
No harm, no foul. It's not like you used any recovery items other than a shelter.
It's not like this is a Saiga where every time you use a spell it gains experience and gets stronger. God, if that were like this in this game, I'd never finish it.
No, if that were in this game, it'd be Secret of Mana then.
That's why I didn't grind spells in Secret of Mana. It took too long. I grinded Undine because there's no reason to not, because it's the only healing spell you get in the game, so that's gonna get to level 9 whether you want it to or not.
Yes, like, I mean, obviously the more powerful it is, the stronger the heal, so you really want that.
All you need in Secret of Mana really is Cure Water. After you get that, the game's pretty much the game's pretty easy. Like, you really shouldn't lose once you learn Cure Water. Go watch my Let's Play of it and you'll see for sure, because goddamn, Cure Water is broken. Oh yeah, and here's the Mammon Machine.
Oh, we're pretty much here already. And that's not turned into that new.
Can't take life. That new can't take life anymore.
No, we didn't just make it in time. They're pretty much about to get it off.
Would the neon lights not give it away?
Shit, rave party.
There's the Mammon Machine, and it's about to explode. Ah, crap. Scala, what did you do?
Ow. What are you doing dying over there? Shut the fuck up and help me here.
Oh, right, the red knife. I forgot about that.
Quickly, no time. Just fucking chuck it. Who cares?
Stab the machine with it. Gotta do it. Destroy the Mammon Machine. Do it. Oh shit! The red knife is actually the Masamune the whole time.
Mother of God.
So this is where the Masamune came from.
Well, it's saying like the energy from the Mammon Machine evolved the red knife into the Masamune.
Into the Masamune. Yep.
It's like in Skyward Sword when they changed the Goddess Sword into the Master Sword.
Well, the Goddess Sword was the Master Sword, just not fully powered. And so the red knife absorbs all the magic from the Mammon Machine and becomes the Masamune.
Which explains why it's so fucking important.
It also explains why it's the only way it can harm Magus. And we fucked up.
Alright, cool. Final boss time. Let's get this started.
I am fucking boned.
Hey.
Well, here's Lavos. Here's Lavos. Maybe we have a chance. See? Maybe we can take him? Oh, destruction rains from the heavens. Well, we're fucked.
Yep.
Ow. Oh shit, Crono survived!
Come on, Crono, you got this!
Go, get him! 300! Okay, he's dead. Oh, god damn it. Well, we tried.
Letting you know, though, this is possible. On New Game Plus.
Oh, yeah, it is possible to win this fight, and you get an ending for doing so. The game does not expect you to do that unless you're on New Game Plus, because, as you can see, you are expected to get one-shot as soon as the battle starts.
Yeah, I think the first time I played this, I was one-shotted, but every other playthrough since, Chrono has always at least survived one hit.
Oh shit, the Prophet was Magus the whole time!
What a dweez!
That explains so much. Except no, it really doesn't. It only raises more questions.
That just raises further questions.
It really does, because it really does, because this proves that he's existed in multiple timelines. So how did he get here in the first place? Don't worry, we'll figure that out.
Soon. Really?
Yeah, the
soon.
game will explain that. And Zeal is proving that she does not give a fuck. All she cares about is the power of Lavos so that she can be immortal and rule the world. Big shocker.
Yeah. She's like a really, really, really light version of Kefka. Like, really light. Like, not even close to his sanity.
Well, Kefka became insane because he absorbed magic into himself and basically became a living magic spell.
I guess, but still, I'm just like...
Well, it's more Magitech experiments that drove him crazy, but... This is just Zeal's a bitch, and she's like, hey, I can harness the power of Lavos and control all space and time itself. I'm gonna fucking do that, because no one's strong enough to kill Lavos.
Well, unless, of course, you're on New Game Plus, in which case, Well,
I mean, Magus is gonna try.
Why not?
He's got the...
It doesn't work.
So apparently Magus was gonna use the Masamune to kill Lavos, which doesn't make any sense because I don't think he's supposed to be able to touch the Masamune in the first place.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why you needed it to kill him in the first place, is that it's the only way to cut off his magic. But this is like the most iconic scene in the game, so I'm probably going to shut up for a few seconds.
Yeah, we both will.
You have the option to talk to people. Don't worry about Magus. I know he looks like he's going to get eaten by Lavos. He'll be fine.
Yeah, seems like everyone's getting sucked in, or at the very least Magus and Shala. Oh, I thought she was saying, so you are a Chrono. I'm like, what?
No. I do like when I love when villains actually acknowledge character names, because I've played several RPGs where the villains don't even mention you by name. Like, you're just there for the sake of being there and having plot. Speaking of plot, this is the most pivotal moment of the game. I'm shutting up now. Ladies and gentlemen, Crono is dead.
And in a pretty gruesome fashion, too. Like, you even outright see his silhouette getting fucking destroyed.
They drag it out a little bit in the Super Nintendo version, which kind of makes showing the cutscene a little redundant, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, Crono is gone.
Yep, there you go.
There you go, then he's dead.
Like,
and he's not coming back for a long time.
I was like, where's Chrono? Oh, he's right there. And there. And over there, too. A little bit of him over there.
He doesn't... you can't even use that excuse. He evaporated. He disintegrated. There's literally nothing left of him. There's not even a body.
Nope.
He's gone. That's one way to show off how powerful the main villain of the game is. I'm going to just axe off your main character.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Also, they don't fully... Also, they kind of explain this. Magus is kind of fucked, too.
Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, he did kind of try screwing with Lavos, and he only got a taste of that.
We'll get into more about what happened to Magus a little bit later on. It's not much further, but you'll see. But for now, we gotta get the hell out of Dodge because Lavos is about to destroy this part of history again.
Yeah.
Good job, Zeal.
She don't care. She's part of Lavos now.
Well, she's she's not technically part of Lavos. She kind of woke him up, and now she's gonna be like, yeah, look at what I got, and I'm gonna rule the world because I can control this thing that I clearly can't control. But I'm not gonna say that. I can control this giant space parasite turtle thing. I don't even know what the hell Lavos is supposed to be.
Oh, don't this look familiar?
Yeah, except this is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, see, this is where the timeline splits because because Lavos woke up early, and now he's gonna nuke the planet sooner than he should have. Oh, also, this is why magic no longer exists in the present era, because Lavos destroyed it.
At the very least, he's destroyed the above world.
He destroyed the continent where magic originated from, and everyone that knows magic died and wasn't able to pass it on to people in the future. Therefore, 1000 AD does not have magic.
At least not in a very powerful capacity.
So nobody has magic in 1000 AD, which you'd think a time paradox would be when you go into when you go to the end of time and learn magic and go back to the present. Shouldn't that cause a time paradox?
It's only a select few people.
Fair enough. So this makes two different eras where Lavos fucked everyone over.
Well, not everyone, but pretty damn close.
65 million BC, he kind of causes the Ice Age and kills, like, the entire planet. 65 million BC is why people live up in the sky now. Also, now that the Zeal Kingdom has crashed onto the Earth, massive tidal wave, so everyone that was already on the ground is fucked too.
So, yeah, we should probably get the fuck out of here.
Zeal may not be the main villain, but she's damn close to being one at this point. I know all this was Lavos' doing, but it all happened because Zeal woke him up, so... Hope you didn't have something important equipped on Chrono, because it's gone now.
Yeah, getting evaporated kind of does that to whatever the fuck you're equipping.
I mean, to be fair, most of the stuff you can get a second copy of, but still.
Still, it's all like, oh, if you liked what you had on him, well, it kind of got destroyed along with his body and his existence.
Maybe there's magical orbs that we can use to bring him back from the dead. Oh wait, no, that's Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Never mind. Well, we've already seen the future, so we know what happens there. Huh. And apparently, because of Lavos waking up, Melchior got sucked into a time port and got sucked into a gate. Wonder what that means. We'll figure out. That'll be revealed later on, too.
You could pretty much guess at this point. I'm not going to say it outright, but you could pretty much guess what...
You should... Yeah, if you've been paying attention, you should know where he is now. But the game will explain where he ended up. For now, though, we kind of have to come to terms with the fact that Crono's fucking dead.
Oh, they have to come to terms with it. Now, why don't they just go back to a point where Crono is not dead? Nah, actually not.
Because this doesn't work on Back to the Future logic, unfortunately. You can't go to the specific... Well, you can, but you can't at the same time. It's convoluted as shit, but they'll explain it.
Gameplay-wise, I get what you mean. It's like, oh, no, you can only go to this specific point in the time. You can only go specifically to this point in 12,000 BC or this point in 1,000 AD.
Well, I mean, like I said, it kind of runs more on Back to the Future logic. And if you've seen Back to the Future Part 2, you'll understand what we're talking about. Unfortunately, because this technically does create an alternate timeline. Because we weren't supposed to be here, but as you can see, yeah, Chrono's gone. The upside to this, though, is now we can rearrange our party however we want. We used to only be able to switch out 2 people. Now that Chrono's gone, we can rearrange 3 people in our party.
Yep.
Oh, good, the epoch's okay.
Barely.
It survived somehow.
Somehow, in some way.
Because otherwise there'd be no more game, but that's beside the point.
Like, well, we're stuck 13,000 years in the past.
Unless Melchior exists in this time period, and then he can send us into the future somehow.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he's gone. Well, we're stuck 13,000 years in the past. Game over, everybody.
Well, we gotta go kill Lavos somehow.
We'll see you all in 13,000 years, where our descendants.
Can you stop?
Descendants.
We get it.
Takes on the mantle of hero.
Or we can just find a way to time travel and make sure none of this shit ever happened.
Honestly, I could have just kept on going and going, but that would not span 13,000 years worth of generations. I mean, like, there is a boss that we are going to be fighting later that, like, in the span of 400 years spans like 13 generations in 400 years. How many?
Yeah, but that's an optional side quest, though.
But still, it makes you think, how many generations can span 13,000 years?
Well, when you can jump between 1,000 years whenever you want. Oh, but wait a sec. Wait.
What the?
I mean,
I think this game's trying to teach you how to fight without Chrono.
Oh, of course you survive, you son of a bitch.
Where's that immortality of yours?
Well, maybe he has immortality. Yeah, how do you survive Lavos destroying half of the planet?
The Kingdom of Dalton? Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, Shala's gone too, by the way, and we're never seeing her for the rest of the game either. They don't mention that, but she's just flat out gone. Scala's just gone.
You're a person.
If you want to know more about what happens to Shala, you're gonna have to play Chrono Cross, unfortunately.
Or either that or play the DS version where it kind of gives you a hint on what happens to her. But for the rest of this particular version of the game, we aren't getting any more information about what happened to Shala.
Nope. I love Dalton.
Grr.
And this is also a mistranslation. I think he's supposed to say he's supposed to say something about making them look behind them because he knows he can't fight them, and so he tricks them into looking behind them, and boom, kicks their ass. Well, that's twice now we've been boned.
Though in the Japanese version, I guess you could say they were a little stupid about the whole thing if they managed to fall behind for the look behind you trick.
That's Toriyama's writing style for you.
Yeah. I mean, if...
Oh, by the way, I should mention, before you come in here, yeah, you want to make sure that you have at least Ayla in your team for this part, because all your equipment, all your money, and all your items are gone. So until you get your weapons back, nobody can fight, unless you have Ayla, who already doesn't have weapons anyway.
Y'all ain't got shit.
Now, if you don't have Ayla, you can still beat this area. It's just going to be a lot harder.
Yeah, without all your defense and without all your freaking weapons enhancing your attack.
I think if you don't have anyone that can attack, all you can do is just run away from battles.
I'm pretty sure they could still attack for the most part, but...
No, you can't. You have to get your weapons back. So yeah, Chrono's dead, and now we're stuck here, and now we got captured by Dalton, and we lost all our shit.
And we lost the epic, which means this is war.
Oh. What else can go wrong? Find out in the next part.
Oh, many things can go wrong.